McKay, if you couldn't tell, we're actually filming this episode in front of a live studio audience. All right, isn't that awesome?
Hey, yeah, I noticed all these people just standing off in the corner. That it's kind of hard to miss them.
Yeah, we did not buy seats for any of them, but they are okay with that.
They don't look like they're okay with that. They look like they're uncomfortable.
No, trust me, they are very comfortable. So yeah, let's just hop right into the show. I know it's a little bit of a different vibe because, we have these here, but I'm your host, Auntie. With my co-host, McKay.
Okay, why? What's up with that? Why are they booing?
What? What do you mean?
They made a boo noise. Do you have like an arrangement or something? Like, why are they doing that?
Oh, no. I promise they are here voluntarily. Okay, they are not here by force.
You're not. You didn't pay them. Are you paying them?
No. I would never.
Okay, and
okay. I'm not gonna pay the prisoners. I mean, audience. And yeah, but it's just a good vibe. I think it tells us who's really like winning the episode.
I see. And it's like, because we've barely even started, and it's already kind of feels like I'm losing, even though we haven't even started arguing yet. But a lot of negativity. I don't really think I'm liking all this negativity. It's like kind of a tough vibe.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see any negativity at all. This is all positivity. This is what the show about. Is about positivity.
That's true.
Yeah. So what's your hot take for this episode?
Okay, just going right into it. I think that every article of clothing should have pockets. I think that it's kind of a travesty that they even.
Yeah, hey, who? No. What did I say? I said no cheering for McKay. This is my show. Oh, you better do it right next time, or you're going back to the kennel.
This is ugly to watch. Yeah, that was tough to see.
Sorry about that. I just had to teach them.
That was brutal. That was really unpleasant to see that another human being treated like that. But
these aren't human beings.
Right. Okay.
Hello, and welcome to Die on Any Hill. This is a show where me, your host Auntie, and my co-host McKay discuss really pointless opinions that, in the grand scheme of things, will not affect your life in any way. But what we do is waste your time.
This is true. I like all the little adjectives you use to describe us on your descriptions.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you got some
like in the episode descriptions.
Yeah, you have some crazy ones. Not crazy, but it's just you always come up with a new one. Unfaltering, reputable, reprehensible, salacious.
Yeah.
Does it like fit? I know horrifying, I guess, fits with the theme of Halloween, but do these others fit with the theme, or do you just pull them out?
It depends on the episode. If there's a through line with the episode, I try to make something that's kind of on theme. But if there's not, then I put one in there. I have reused a couple.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Without realizing it.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, guys. Just a little behind the scenes look on what goes into it. All right.
Very minimal effort.
Well, I guess I already started earlier, and I'm sticking with what I said in the intro for my take, so I'll go ahead and continue with
yes.
that. I think
I have removed the live studio audience. They have returned from the pit and from whence they came.
And they will not be returning, as far as we're concerned. Well, maybe
they did fail their duty.
Maybe they will return at some point, but not on this episode.
Sure. But yes, pockets.
Yeah, pockets. I think it is a tragedy that there are clothes made without pockets. Mostly for women, the whole dresses and pants, like women's pants, just don't have pockets. That's crazy. Like, I guess they have a purse, actually. That's the trade-off, is they have a purse, and men don't get to carry bags without being laughed at. But
as a man who has carried a satchel for many years, that is correct.
And we all laugh at you, too.
Yes. I have a very nice leather satchel that I've had for years, and I love that thing. And I get made fun of for it every single time. But you know what? It makes me feel like an adventurer.
You feel like Indiana Jones.
That is exactly, like, there was a point where I went to a Comic-Con, and I rolled up a poster and put it, like, where it was sticking out it was just under the flip of the satchel and sticking out the ends, and the whole time I was just smiling, happy as a clam, because I'm like, I got a map to treasure!
Were you going as Indiana Jones? Did you have a fedora and a whip? Oh, okay.
No, I had the satchel for merch, man.
Can I see, what is a satchel? Can I see the satchel? Is it here?
I can guarantee you've seen this satchel. I've had it since I was like 16.
Okay, maybe I have. I have like a... Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. There it is.
Don't worry about the noise.
That is a nice
Sorry,
bag.
I got excited about my satchel.
I have like a computer... I guess you could call it a satchel, but yours, it's like a leather brown one. Like a shoulder bag, actually. A shoulder bag is what it's called. Yours is actually...
No, it's a satchel.
Okay, mine is a shoulder bag. Yours,
gotcha.
I think, is actually a satchel. Like, it does look like something out of Indiana Jones. So...
Thanks.
Yay. But yeah, would you trade that for pockets?
Yeah. No, okay, I wouldn't trade it. Absolutely, I wouldn't trade it. But I think I've stated this before, where I will typically wear cargo pants and a jacket with many, many pockets in it. So it's not a joke. I usually have I generally have about 12 pockets on me at any given time.
That is a lot of pockets. I
need them.
I also wear cargo pants pretty frequently, just because the amount of storage. Whenever I go to the movie theater, cargo pants, first thing going on for the snacks.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, I don't know that I carry that much extra stuff. Definitely when I'm shooting weddings, I need to have a ton of extra pockets, which you can't really wear cargo pants to a wedding. So that's kind of a struggle.
Yeah, so that yeah, do you just have a giant bag then?
I just stuff as much as I can in the 2 pockets in my black pants as I can. And then my pockets are like by the end of the day with like mics and batteries and random stuff.
Good.
But it would be so much nicer if I do also use my shirt pocket, because like literally every pocket that I have, and I only end up with 3 pockets. I have the 2. I'm not putting any in my back pocket. I'm not sitting on. That's another thing, is why of the pocket space, why are there 2 on your butt? Who is putting stuff in the back pockets? What do you put back there?
When I was a security guard, I would put a book back there.
A book?
Yeah, like a full-ass book. There was a time I would fit my copy of an unabridged copy of the 3 Musketeers in my back pocket.
That's insane.
And I'd be the guy walking around with classics and philosophy books in my back pocket. It's true. I've done it to this day. I've walked around. I've had Lord of the Rings back there. Like, it is great. I love book pockets.
It's a back pocket, not a book pocket. It's...
What?
You had the term wrong this whole time. You thought it was book pocket.
Man.
You mean I would
God,
sit
what a
on Lord of the
dummy I
Rings this whole
am.
time and I didn't have to? There's no way that was comfortable sitting on Lord of the Rings.
Like, I have fit in my cargo pants, especially the side pockets because they're so big, I've fit like 1,000-page fantasy epics in there. I love it. I love having a book pocket.
Yeah, I think you're probably the only one who uses the term book pocket, but
Shut up.
And there was a time where I used to keep my wallet in my back pocket, but then it would tear like holes at the seams of the pocket because it was, I guess I just had too much cash in there that I carried around. But it was, I don't know.
You're rolling in it. It's too thick.
It was too thick.
Maybe your ass is just too thick.
I think,
because I've never had a back pocket tear.
I mean, I think the pants I'm wearing now.
Please don't get up and show me your ass.
I think the pants I have right now have a hole somewhere. I don't know. Oh, right.
I need you all to understand. McKay has stood up.
Do you see it?
Yes, I do see your ass. Thank you. He is showing ass on camera.
Okay,
he is clothed. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not going. I was not like commando back there. You did not see any bare ass.
I saw some pale pasty flesh back there.
Anyways, that's just a testament to my argument that the back pockets are worthless, and if you're going to have 4 pockets on a pair of pants, they should be on the sides. They should be up and down the sides.
Well, no, not necessarily. I like the back pockets.
Okay, well, we know you like to put 1,000-page novels in your back pocket, but
Correct.
For the rest of the world, for the rest of us that aren't just flat back there, we got to conserve some of the space.
Do not pretend that your ass is any less flat than mine.
Hey, you just saw it. You just got a little taste of what I'm carrying around. So I'm just saying the holes wouldn't be there if it was, if there wasn't a struggle.
Well, yeah, but I get you just get some bad pants, man.
I get bad
durability.
Pants. Maybe so. But it's denim jeans that it happens in. So that's what I would wear. Yeah, denim jeans. Like the ones that I am wearing now are just khakis, so they're not super thick. But denim jeans still, that happens like after. Gosh, it's a fly. After a while. I think shirts should be up and down with pockets. I think the jackets with interior pockets, those are great. Those are, yeah. Okay,
I did want to bring this up. The best pocket, the 100% greatest pocket is the jacket interior breast pocket.
Yeah.
And I hate that I have an opinion on that, but I do. And that's the best one.
That's a right opinion to have.
Thank you.
Because you can carry pretty much anything in there. You could, and it
looks cool when you take it out.
That's true. You just, I bet when you're whipping out that flip phone, you feel pretty sick. You're like,
oh, that would be awesome. Just use it like a nunchuck.
There you go. Yeah, and then it just is absorbed back into your clothing when you're done.
I honestly would buy a jacket that was made entirely of pockets.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. I saw someone had like a shirt that someone had a shirt that was just pockets. I don't know if you can buy it anywhere. It was just like a reel I saw on Instagram or something, and it was just like the guy was just casually wearing a shirt that was nothing but pockets. I'm gonna see if that.
I want that.
I'm gonna see if that
bad.
exists actually. Shirt with nothing but pockets. Oh, here. Okay.
Like, imagine all the trinkets and baubles and components you could store in that.
I found a shirt.
Think of the rocks, the shiny rocks you could hold.
You're sounding more and more like Indiana Jones as we go on.
I just realized I left my window open. I fixed it.
There you go. Nice. Has Has the fart aired out that you opened the window for?
It has.
Okay, great.
It did air out. I did have a very bad toot that made this room a little unpleasant.
Anyways, yeah, I found a shirt that it's not quite all pockets, but there's a good amount of pockets. I'm seeing 7 pockets on the front. There needs to be more.
Only 7?
Yeah, it's not nothing but pockets, which is what I was hoping for. I'm sure someone out there would make that.
God, who do I have to pay? Whose dick do I have to suck?
Yeah, I could see you were working around saying that.
I was trying not to, and then I couldn't. It didn't have the same oomph.
It just didn't flow out as well. Yeah,
it didn't.
There needs to be more hidden pockets like the jackets. I think I do like the look of no pockets, but it's just I would rather have the functionality anytime over the look.
I 100% disagree. I think slacks are a terrible form of pants. I think pants, you should always be ready for adventure.
That's fair.
Okay, they need to be durable. They need to be flexible. And so, jeans are the best pant, but that's not the take. The take is about pockets. Don't rant about jeans.
Jeans are great pants. I would wear jeans if it didn't get so hot here where I am, like 80-70% of the year. I would be wearing jeans every day.
It is never too hot for jeans.
No, let me tell you, it is too hot for jeans.
Impossible.
I mean, not right now. Right now is perfect jean weather, but 2 months ago, I could not have worn jeans comfortably without sweating. But
That's because you're weak-willed.
Maybe so. But I accept it. I think that they need to start, instead of having all the pockets on the outside, I think it should be just the entire interior of the shirts, and jeans should be... Actually, no, that doesn't make sense for jeans or shirts, really. But any shirts that open from the front.
Pockets on pants.
You think it all should be on the interior?
Yes, so you have to reach down inside your pants to grab anything.
Yeah, that'd be great. And you would no, actually, never mind. There's really no plus to that. I think it's just...
There's a million pluses!
I think I just like the idea of interior on, like, open face shirts. I think the entirety of the insides of the jacket should be pockets.
There is something about it that's just, it feels so good to pull something out of that pocket.
And it's like,
it feels so classy.
And so what else is he hiding in there? Like, right? You kind of have an idea when... I don't know. You can kind of make out what other people have in their pockets. They're very limited pockets. It's like, oh, there's a phone in there. I see some keys. I see a wallet. But if someone starts pulling stuff out from inside their pants, it's like, you don't know what else he's got in there.
You don't know what's coming out of there when they start reaching.
It's true. Anything could be coming out.
Could be anything.
The jacket.
I feel like we should have a disclaimer that if somebody starts reaching down in their pants, please don't assume they're going into an interior pocket. Please run.
Just unless people start, people take on our cause and start popularizing the interior pockets. But maybe before that, just
this
start
is your
running.
Hill, man.
If someone's
you can do the interior pant pockets, I will stick with my outside pockets.
No, I'm not a big fan of the interior pant pocket. It's really just the interior jacket pocket and the entire interior of the jacket. Also, the sweaters that have like just the bottom is just like a thing to put your hands in, like it goes all the way through at the bottom. Oh. Those are fantastic.
Yeah, like a hoodie pocket.
Yes, that's what you call it, a hoodie pocket.
I don't. I'm sure there's a technical name for it.
Yeah, it should go all the way around.
But how would you get into it then?
I mean, there's still slits that you put your hands in, but it just goes all the way around, and then you could like
Give yourself a hug.
Yeah, give yourself a hug. You can't do that right now, warmly, with the current Honey Pocket situation. Anyways, there's just a lot of innovations yet to be made with pockets. And I do think
Elon Musk, where are you?
As far as like the whole female rights movement, I think the greatest inequality is their lack of pockets. And the pockets they do have are so tiny. They can't even put anything in them.
100% agree.
That's, I think,
like, it is a crime that women don't have pockets.
Yeah. And every dress should have a pocket. And if anything, dresses are suited for pockets. And they just don't come with them. They're just long, flowy, empty spaces at the bottom. It's like, you could put so much stuff in there. And they just dressmakers don't even try. Some of them do. Shout out to the dressmakers that put pockets in there, but
correct. Those, you are heroes.
It's a shame. Yeah. Anyways,
let's have a moment of silence for all of those who have fallen in the effort to put pockets on dresses.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a. Sorry.
No,
silence.
Have some respect.
Silence.
No, you've ruined it. It's too late.
Dang it. I'm sorry. I am part of the patriarchy that is oppressing the dress pocket makers.
Yeah, correct. You are the patriarchy.
Dang it. Crap. Okay.
It happens. We all do it. We're all part of the patriarchy eventually.
That's true. What's the quote? You either die or live long enough to see yourself become part of the patriarchy. You die a feminist or live long enough to be part of the patriarchy. Yep. Correct. Yes.
I believe that's from Christopher Nolan's Batman.
Batwoman.
Batwoman, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all I got. That's all I got on pockets.
Okay, that's fair. So, yeah, moving on. I think, actually, we shouldn't move on. I think we should back up a little bit, okay? Specifically, into our parking spots. Because backing in is the correct way to park. And as somebody who backs in everywhere, I don't need the judgy looks. I'm not the arrogant asshole here. I'm not the one sitting in my car laughing at the people who can't back in because they're dumb and silly and you can't even back in your big truck. Why'd you get a big truck anyways, you loser?
Okay, let me just...
But backing in is correct.
Go ahead and just say that I thoroughly disagree with this. I never back into a spot.
Okay.
I never have backed into a spot.
Why?
I do if I need to like unload something, and then but otherwise if I'm just going somewhere, like just to get out of my car, why would I do that? Why? You tell me what the practical
because it's easier to pull out of a parking spot than back out of it. You have your sides are covered by other cars when you pull in, so you can't see if somebody's on either like coming down the aisle at you. Yeah, but if you can pull out, you can see, and it's easier. You can just go and you're gone, and you don't have to spend more time at whatever stupid grocery store you're at with all those people in there.
No, okay, I think it's just a trade-off of time. Either you're trading it off to pull out to the spot, take a look around, and then like put your car in reverse, and then slowly back in versus just straight into your spot. It's just a trade-off of time.
Get good at backing in.
Either you spend it backing in, and then everyone else in the aisle of the parking lot is just sitting there waiting for you to slowly back into your spot, versus
why are you doing it slowly? Get good at backing in. It's not that hard.
Do you have a backup camera? Or you drive a motorcycle? No. Don't you? Do you drive a motorcycle?
Well, I do have a motorcycle too. Actually, you ride a motorcycle. Thank you.
You don't drive it.
No, you ride it.
Okay, my bad. Do you back into spots in your motorcycle?
Yes, actually.
Okay, well that's easy to do. You also drive a car though?
I drive a Toyota FJ Cruiser, which is a larger vehicle with like basically zero rear view capabilities.
So there's no backup camera or anything.
My rear view window is like less than a foot.
yeah, that is kind of crazy to. How do you even know what's in the spot? What if there's a shopping cart? What if there's
I have
mirrors?
A
child?
I have side mirrors, and there's lines. Be between the lines. It's not hard. The fact that I back in and I still park straighter than my wife. God.
Oh, dang, the wife is being dragged in. Dang.
Yeah,
we need to.
Absolutely.
This needs to be the one we had her on, so she could defend herself.
I told her this was my take. I told her this morning what my take was, and she was like, "I hate you."
Yeah, I mean, obviously, everybody. I don't know. Maybe it's the best for you, but I don't trust most people to be able to back into a spot. I think there would be so many more.
How are you supposed to
incidents.
learn if you never do it, though?
I just don't think there's any plus. Like, it's easier to. It's. Obviously the plus is that you can see, I guess. Like, obviously, if I can pull through to the other side, I'm always gonna pull through to the other side. But I don't know. It's not that hard to just look both ways when you're pulling out.
But there's other cars you can't see. I don't trust people to stop when they see me backing out and I can't see them.
I trust people to stop more than I trust other people to back their car in beside my car.
Just get good at backing up.
Okay, well.
What? Like, it's but you're having why do you trust more people? Why? Hold on. Let me reboot real quick.
Okay.
Why do you trust people more to stop? Because if they hit you while you're backing out, it's your fault. And they can sue you.
Is that my fault? Maybe it is.
Legally, yes. Legally speaking, you would be the one at fault.
Okay.
Because they had the right of way.
Well, I don't know. That's just the system that's in place. I'm sorry. People know when they're going through a parking lot that they've got to be aware that other people are pulling out. And I don't know.
If the system is unjust, why live by its rules?
Are you in shock? I think he's.
No, I'm speaking. I have a feeling that you can't hear me anymore.
He's back.
I'm back.
Welcome.
My internet did that thing again where it just stopped. Because, that's what I pay for.
Spectrum.
Whoa.
Classic Spectrum shenanigans.
Classic Spectrum bullshit.
Alright. Well, you did say, let me reboot real quick. And then, I guess everything needed to be rebooted.
Yes, this was entirely my fault, and I apologize for the inconvenience. Where was I? I know, we were talking about backing in, and how it's correct.
Yeah, I don't remember where we... Yeah.
Well, okay, and here's another pro for backing in, actually. You get to feel superior to everybody else. Okay, you get to look on all these little peons who are like, I can't back in. It's hard to back in. And you get to be like, yes, cower beneath me.
Okay. I feel like we've reached the real root of the argument here. Is that you think that because you can drive your car backwards an extra couple feet, you think that you're better than everybody else.
I can drive my car backwards more than an extra couple feet, thank you.
Could you drive to the store backwards if you're so good?
Could I? Yes.
Will you?
No. Because that's illegal. And I would get arrested.
Is it illegal?
Yeah.
Is there a law that says you can't drive backwards on the road?
Yes.
Okay. Well, have you seen...
I'm pretty sure it's under reckless driving.
I'm gonna Google. I don't know. There's any purpose to Googling it, but I'm gonna do it.
Sure. If you don't believe me on this one.
It's illegal because your lights are going to be blinding the other drivers. So,
well, what if you have your lights off?
That's true. Maybe it's legal. I don't know.
You never know.
Have you seen those cars that, like, people flipped the cab around so it looks like they're driving backwards, but they're actually driving forwards? I have not,
but I love that.
It's pretty sick. I feel like you would do pretty well in that.
I would love a car like that.
I don't know if you'd still feel superior, because then it'd look like you're just pulling into a spot instead of backing into it.
I would, because then it would look like I'm driving backwards everywhere.
Yeah, the first I hit my dad's car once trying to back into a spot. This was like when I first got my my driver's license. And then I very rarely try to back into spots ever since then. I mean, I'm sure I could, because I have to every now and then, like, to unload stuff, but there's just no scenario where I would, like, go out of my way to back up if I'm just going to the store. It's not that hard to just see around the cars as I'm...
I do wonder, like, how much of this... Because you know how it seems to be truck guys who back in places, too?
Yeah.
I wonder if it is because, like, I have a very tall car, but a very, like, it's not a long car, and I have a lot of blind spots on mine. So that's part of my reasoning for not wanting to back out of a spot, is because I really can't see if somebody's coming until I'm all the way out of the spot.
This is true. I drive...
So I do wonder if it's, like, because of that, but also I do know most truck guys and people like me, we tend to be very prideful about our backing in skills. And it's really funny.
My next door neighbor,
when I back into a spot and see a truck guy trying to do the same, and he does it worse than I do.
My next door neighbor is a massive truck, and he always backs into his spot. He, like, goes... You'll be driving behind him, and then he's driving up, and suddenly he just stops in the middle of the road, then backs up, blocks off the whole road, because now he's perpendicular to it, then does a little 3-point turn, and then... And now the whole
if he's doing a
3-point
turn, then he's doing it wrong.
Yeah, I guess his truck is just too big for our little street. But I've never once seen, maybe he uses it for work, but never once seen anything in the back of that truck. It's just like a big fancy truck that stays spotless all the time. So,
I hate those kind of trucks. If you have a truck, it should be functional.
It should be covered in mud. It should look like you've been driving through mud pits all day.
Not necessarily covered in mud, but use it as a truck. Like, there's no reason to have it as a daily driver.
Yes. No.
I say this as I have a car that gets 13 miles a gallon. If I'm lucky. I wish that was a joke, man.
I also say I drive a Kia Soul. So I do not have like a big rear end as far as my car goes that, sticks out when I'm trying to park. And it's just like a big flat window that I can see pretty clearly out when I'm pulling out. So it's pretty easy to just have a clear view when I'm pulling out backwards.
There is a different, like, it is, yeah. I do think a lot of it is the blind spots when I am backing into things, but it's easier for me to back into a parking spot than it is to back out of one.
I think all trucks should just have like a camera on the back of their cab. Like it is, I guess the backup cameras are kind of standard now, but it's kind of crazy that cars don't just have backup cameras. I guess it's just the older cars. But...
Oh. You want to hear something weird with my car?
What's that? Okay.
So I've had this car since I was, I don't know, 1920 or so, I think. So there was a point where, because of where I lived, when I lived with my parents, trying to back into the spot in front of the garage, it's on a slope. And so there was a point where I backed into the garage door because I couldn't tell if I was outside of the alley. Yeah, whatever. I ended up backing into the garage door. This year, my car started beeping when I get close to things I'm backing up to. It has never done this before, my entire time of having it. And it just started doing it. And I'm like, where did this come from? Where was this feature?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Do you had to boot your car back up at some point or something? Like, did you take it to the dealership and just started doing that, or that's crazy?
No, I think the most I've done is like replace the transmission.
Yeah, I don't know how cars work, so I don't know if that would cause something in the computer to reset or something. But
it's bizarre.
That is crazy.
I'm confused. I'm haunted. I'm sure of it. God,
it's a ghost.
To be haunted.
It's just a ghost that's beep beep.
Yep.
It's probably the ghost of someone you ran over because you couldn't even see, and now he's trying to stop you from doing that. I've never
run anybody over. They're the ones that go over my car.
Under your car or over your car?
They go over my car, so technically I don't run them over.
Yeah, they run you over.
Gotcha. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I got a scoop on the front of my car, specifically for pedestrians.
You make sure no one's going under, they're just going over.
Correct. I don't need any of them tangling up the treads.
That's true.
Because I do drive a tank.
I want to see. The last time I saw you was a 4Runner you were driving, right? Or was that just your family's car?
That was just my family's car.
Okay.
I had a Jeep for a long time.
The Jeep, yes. Okay, I remember the Jeep.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened to the Jeep? Good
old Serenity. Jeeps are very fun cars. Jeeps are not built to last. And I rode her pretty hard. I did some real dumb things in that thing. And she was a good car. Serenity was a good car. Took me to California and back, crossed this whole country, but it got to the point that I was like, I can't afford this anymore.
There you go. Mm-hmm. One of these days I'd love to hear the dumbest thing you put Serenity through, but I'm sure there's quite a list.
One of the things I would do in Serenity, so I would take the top off in the spring when it got warm enough, and then I wouldn't put it back on all year or until it got too cold that year, and I would just leave it off, rain or shine. So
you would let the rain. It would rain inside of your car.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I would drive it in the rain. Yeah, I got out of a ticket that way once.
How did you get out of the ticket?
I was kind of speeding through a small town on the way back from Holiday World, and I got pulled over, and it was raining, and I was fine. I worked in a water park. Like, the wet did not bother me. But I just started shivering before the cop started getting up there, and I was like, oh, I'm just trying to get home. Yeah.
Were there tears? Or could you not see through the rain? Were you
couldn't see through the rain.
Were you trying to like feign that you were sobbing?
Yes. 100%.
That's hilarious, but also insane that you would just drive your Jeep around in downpours.
Yep. Oh yeah, it was fine.
Yeah, okay.
It was a good time.
I ended
up in a few ditches with that thing.
In what? Oh, ditches?
Okay, technically I didn't end up in a ditch. I went over the ditch. Like
on purpose, or you were just lost control? Okay.
No, I didn't lose control. It was okay, it wasn't this. I was driving very fast down small farm roads that I hadn't driven down before, and I came up to a curve that I didn't realize was there, and I had to make the decision of either try and turn and potentially flip the Jeep, or
just go into the ditch.
Go straight and hope you clear it. And I cleared it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's impressive.
Yeah, thank you.
But then you were on the other side of the ditch and how'd you get back over? Were you just driving through someone's property?
A Jeep, so yeah, pretty much.
Interesting.
It was fine.
Wow, I bet that was a crazy experience.
Yeah. It was a good time.
Yeah, that was
that's the car I also ended up going backwards 70 miles an hour down the interstate.
So you do drive your cars backwards.
That one was not on purpose either.
How do you drive 70 miles down the interstate backwards accidentally?
I was driving home from visiting some friends, and it had snowed and rained the night before. And so I was going down the interstate, and I hit a patch of ice, and my car turned around.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And
how far did you go backwards?
I don't know. I was kind of just like, because when I had spun around, like, fully the wrong direction down the interstate,
oh my gosh,
going backwards, there was like a semi a mile down the road, and I was more kind of like, okay, I should try to finagle us to the side of the road instead of in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, that's
so
insane.
I was concerned with other things at the time. I was not measuring the distance.
You're like, hell yeah. Like, let's see how fast I can go.
Yes, that's what I was doing.
After hearing these stories, I'm a little concerned to get a ride from you. I do remember being flung around in that Jeep. the one time I got like a ride, like the visit I had back there.
I fully understand why my insurance cost way more a few years ago.
I assume it's been a little more smooth with your new car, hopefully.
Yes. I do not ride her as hard. I would like her to last. I would also like to keep living. But it is nice knowing that I can do some evasive driving if I need to.
I've never been in a scenario where I need to do evasive driving, so I don't know how I would fare personally. But
listen, you learn from your mistakes if you live through them.
This is true. Do you still drive your motorcycle?
Yeah, I haven't had a lot of time this year to ride it because pretty much like with the move and everything, every day it's like, oh, can you go drop a box off at a thrift store? Or work will be like, hey, can you pick this up on the way in? Because I live really near the bulk grocery store.
Yeah.
Or I have to go out and do marketing. Or like, yeah, it's just a bunch of... And then the days that I do have a chance, it's like, oh, well, it's raining.
I thought the rain didn't bother you.
Listen, when you have two wheels, I'm not riding in the rain. Like, I'll ride if it's like sprinkling, like very lightly. But yeah, that's extremely dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, and I do not.
Yeah.
I can ride competently enough, but I don't do anything fancy.
How long have you had that again? Like 5 years? 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, probably about 5 years. I think 2019 is when I got it.
Nice.
Actually, I think 2018. So yeah, 5 or 6 years.
Wow. All right. Well, I'm putting that on our list of things to do is get a ride on your motorcycle because I still haven't.
Go for it.
Still never ridden a motorcycle.
Go. I can teach you how to ride one.
Oh, it says right here, you try to ride my unicycle and I will ride your motorcycle.
Yep, and let's see who does more damage.
Yeah, we'll see.
But yeah.
Right.
Thank you for listening. I think that brings us to the end. If you enjoyed this episode and you want us to make more of this, tell your friends about it. That's the best way for us to grow, is to word of mouth. If this is your second or third episode, hey, maybe hit subscribe so you get notified every time we upload an episode. Anything you'd like to add, McKay?
Vroom, vroom. Beep, beep. That's the sound of Auntie backing in over someone into his parking space, and now it's the ghost of his car. And he thinks he's good at backing into things, but he's being haunted by someone he ran over. And that's all I have to add.
Yep.
That'll cut it off real nicely.